Welcome back, everyone, to the New Orleans Saints franchise. The Super Bowl is underway here in Glendale, Arizona. We're taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. Obviously a big-time offensive team. Mahomes, no Tyreek Hill, but Travis Kelce's still around. Got some decent players on the outside with the receiving crew. We've got a pretty decent offense ourselves, but the name of the game here for us is the defense. Of how many turnovers that we have caused during the season. It's going to be offense for the Chiefs. That's their strength, and defense is our strength here for the Saints. I'm sure that the analysts all over the place have been talking about that in the last few weeks as a preview for Super Bowl 57. Patrick Mahomes leading the troops out here first. 4,700 yards, 13 interceptions, 42 touchdowns. Very similar numbers to Jameis Winston, although the interception total was a lot higher for Jameis. First play of the game, slinging it, is Patrick Mahomes. First down. Second play, gain of 9, and then Clyde Edwards-Helaire going to pick up that first down. Andy Reid loves it. Already 6 minutes and 49 seconds here in the first quarter, and they're already at the 21-yard line. Third down and 6, firing it to the end zone, no good. Out of bounds is the receiver. We will get some good pressure there on Harrison Butker, but he's going to just shake it off like it was nothing. He kicks it up and good. Chiefs will take the lead here 3-0. Take a look at those numbers for Jameis. 38 touchdowns, 18 picks. So, a couple more touchdowns. He's right up there with Patrick Mahomes and his production this season. So, as many people want to say that Jameis was bad this year, he led his team to the Super Bowl, and he's putting up similar numbers to Mahomes. Third down and 8. Winston, look at that. Read right there. Nice job by Jarvis Landry to find the soft spot in the defense. And good read there by Jameis to pick it up. First down and 10. Saints moving the ball. We're going to fire out here to the right side. That's caught by Michael Thomas. But we do have a flag on the play. I'm a little worried that that might be called for offensive pass interference, but it will be defensive pass interference, and that's going to be called against L'Jarius Sneed. So we get the ball at the 2-yard line, first down and goal, and Alvin Kamara is into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. 7-3 lead. Get hyped up, Saints fans. We got ourselves a lead against this tough Chiefs team. Only thing is we got to hold them. Third down and 4. Pass incomplete. Just got the Super Bowl jitters, man. Just a drop. Third down and 1. Looks like Kamara got the first down. He should have given him forward progress there. And he takes a crotch shot. 4th and inches, or so the referees say. And quite frankly, they never give you the spot when you challenge it. So I don't want to waste a time out here thinking about a field goal, 57 yards, but we're going to go for it. At the very least, wind down some clock, get that play clock down to a good spot, and at least draw them off sides if you can. And if you like the look, snap it, which is exactly what we're going to do. Kamara gets the handoff. Look at the pressure there, but Kamara breaks it to the left side, picks up the first down. Huge play right there for the Saints. Now a third down and 8 situation. We're going deep to Michael Thomas. Incomplete pass. And now we're going to settle here for a field goal. Just kidding. We're going with the fake, but Dalton can't get the throw off. They had it covered. Both of our receivers back there were completely blanketed, and Dalton couldn't get the ball off. We're trying to pull out our inner Sean Payton in the Super Bowl. Kind of getting a little tricky there. 3rd and 10 for the Chiefs. That ball is going to be incomplete. Mahomes, again, just another incompletion. His receiver's not really helping him out right now. Blitz is coming hard after Jameis, and he can't get the football off. There's nobody open. At least from what I could tell, there was nobody open there. 2nd down and 18, and Jameis now in the back of his own end zone, and he's gonna take a sack in the end zone. That's a safety. We had a couple receivers that were open here, but look at the pressure, and left tackle, that's Trevor Penning, the rookie, just getting beat, allowing the sack. Then again, that's on Jameis too. You got to get rid of the football. Pete Werner over pursues on the fullback, Michael Burton. He's going to go from the 27 to the 4 after taking a big hit by Marshawn Lattimore. 1st and goal at the 4-yard line. Michael Burton again. Back-to-back runs for the fullback. He scores. It is 11-7. They'll kick an extra point. It's now 12-7. 3rd down and 6. Nobody open. I mean, everything's contested right now. It's all a contested grab. I feel bad for Jameis in this offense. We just can't really get anything going right now. We started off really well, but so far, since that touchdown, it has been difficult to find an open receiver. I would like to think that it's the sliders making it a little bit more difficult, which I'm okay with. I'm all right with this output right here. Feels more like a football game. 3rd down and 19 after a big sack, and Mahomes just going to hand it off here to Michael Burton, and we'll call a timeout here to save some clock. 4th down and 11. They're going to punt it away from the 47 to the 5. What a punt that was. And now it really sets us up where we don't want to give up another safety. I mean, it would get back to a football score, 14-7. But we're going to get this pass completed here, like little quick pass. Again, just right up the middle. That's Michael Thomas with the catch. With 42 seconds, we're just trying to hustle up to the line. Another catch here for Deontay Hardy, short of the 1st down. And we're going to try to hurry this thing up and spike it. We've only got 1 timeout left. They're very important at this point in this stage of the game. 24 seconds. Kamara makes a catch, just trying to get something. Make something out of nothing. Still got that 1 timeout, but, you know, man, we should have used it. I think we should have used it right there. Time's ticking away, and that's going to go incomplete as Jameis was hit as he was throwing it. And we're really just looking for a prayer right here, just trying to throw to somebody, see what happens. Maybe we get lucky. Maybe we take the lead, 14-12, right? Jameis, pressure, underthrown. Caught by Michael Thomas, no penalty, so, you know, at that point I'm just hoping for, like, a call. Like a roughing the passer, something to get us another play. I don't know, just something. Either way, not going to happen, and it will still remain a 12-7 football game. Let's jump here to the 3rd quarter. Pass deep at the hash mark. What a catch by Chris Olave. I was really surprised. As soon as that thing let go, I thought the cornerback was going to make a play on it, pick it off, but Jameis gets a little bit lucky. Great play there by Chris Olave. 2nd down and inches. Kamara taking the stretch play, cutting it back up the middle. 4 minutes and 40 seconds. Look how much time that we're killing off of this clock in the 3rd quarter. I mean, we were at the 6-minute mark. We're down here to 4:20 right now. 3rd down and goal. Pass to the end zone. Michael Thomas incomplete. And the Saints fans that traveled so far are a little upset at the output here today. I don't blame them. The offense is just completely stalled. This Chiefs defense really stepping up. So Chiefs here with the football here at the 25. Little bootleg play action, and Mahomes throwing across his body, takes a big hit. Bradley Roby picks it off, and we're looking for more, but he fumbles the football. Offensive line picks it up. Was he down is the question. Look at Mahomes, little side sling and hit as he was thrown, and that threw off the pass, but Roby got stripped. Unbelievable. He gets stripped, and now Marshawn Lattimore has a chance to get the football back, but trying to jump that route, he can't get it timed up. We're at the 2-yard line here for the Chiefs, and Edwards-Helaire getting to the 1. 3rd down and goal, going back to Burton, and we stop him. That is a huge, huge stand by the Saints. Question for the Chiefs, will they go for it? They won't. They'll settle for the field goal instead. Kamara here with a handoff on 2nd and 10, but he's going to fumble the football, and the Chiefs will take it back for a score. 21-10 at this point, and I'm starting to really, really hate my life right now. We can't move the ball, and now we're turning it over. Was he down? It looks like the knee is kind of floating by the time the ball lets out of his hand. But the refs will give it to us. They'll say that his knee was, in fact, down. So 3rd down and 11, and Jameis just strolling back there. Drifting. Takes a big hit, but it will be ruled incomplete. Mahomes fires here to Kelsey, and with Roby in man coverage, he was trying to follow his man. And, I mean, how do you defend that? How do you defend that? Kelsey had his man beat, and Roby was all the way across the field. Like, that's just an incredible play call by Andy Reid and company. 22-10, Saints with our backs against the wall. 4th quarter with 7:59. So we've got time, but we've got to get a touchdown here. No more field goals. Can't happen anymore. That gets us down by 9. You can't have it. You need a touchdown here to get back down to 5. Jameis dropping back here on 3rd and 10. He's got a man open there with X. That's Taysom Hill, but Karlaftis with a huge hit. It's going to lead to 4th down and 10. This basically could be the game. Winston, what a pass. Challenging the Chiefs defenders there, but Chris Olave, what a catch. Like, let's give the man some credit here. 2nd down and goal. Nothing open. just trying to make something happen. 3rd down and goal. We need a touchdown here. Jameis, almost. Almost. 4th down and goal. Another 4th down situation. Jameis Winston fires in the back of the end zone. Touchdown, Chris Olave. What a strike. These guys have got something going here. This connection between Winston and Olave happened in week number 2, and it hasn't let up since. Look at this gun. Great throw. Gutsy throw. But now it's time for our defense to come up big and get a stop here. Man in motion to the right. It's Michael Burton checking in for Clyde Edwards-Helaire. He must be hurt because he's back here again, and it's a screen play. Can we get a stop on 3rd down and 4? Burton powers his way past the line to gain. He gets the 1st down. Pass incomplete here. Demario Davis, good coverage. 2nd down and 10. Mahomes passes to the left. Oh no, Marcus May misses Burton. That would have been a big stop right there. Tackle for a loss. 3rd down and 10. You got to go get Mahomes. He slides short of the 1st down. In real life, I think he picks that up. But now with 4 minutes and 20 seconds left, the Saints down by 5. We have a chance here to take the lead for the first time since the beginning of the game. Firing it out deep. Big hit on Michael Thomas. 2nd and 10. Pass completed to Deontay Hardy. From the 19 to the 27, an 8-yard gain. We're going to hand it off here to Kamara. Look at the moves. 1st down. Saints moving the football. 3:23. We're going to hand it off one more time. Kamara, big gain. A gain of 5. 3 minutes. We're killing clock here. We really need to kill clock and get a touchdown. Wide open man. Jarvis Landry. Jameis just overthrew him. 3rd down and 5. Winston. Pass incomplete. And now it's gut check time, guys. Do you punt the football with 3 timeouts left? Do you give it back to Mahomes? I don't think that you can. I like this levels out play. I'm looking for Michael Thomas. That's our go-to at this point. Thomas, looks like everything's covered. We're trying to get it up the middle. And Gardeck with the big hits. That's the sack that we didn't need to have happen. And now in a 22-17 football game, our defense has got to step it up here. We need some tackles for losses. We need a turnover. We need some type of big type of play here. But look at what we got. Marcus Davenport gets the sack on Mahomes. We'll call a timeout here because it's just ahead of the 2-minute warning. We're going to get a stoppage of play here for the 2 minutes. But we need another big stop here. Mahomes, incomplete. And there's the 2-minute warning. We can save a timeout at that point. Field goal is a long one, but Harrison Butker is money. He had more room to spare on that kick, probably to the midfield logo, honestly. The middle part of the midfield logo. So 1:45. Saints down by 8 points. Deontay Hardy's got some space here. He's going to take this to the 31. That's a really good return. So Jameis, it's all on you, dude. It's all on you. Let's get it going. We need a touchdown. We need a 2-point conversion. We got 2 timeouts. No sacks. We can't have it. Kamara, catch. We're at the 49. 1st and 10. Winston. Pass completed here on the Texas route, the angle route to Kamara. 30-yard line. Still got the 2 timeouts. Winston gonna fire it deep to Michael Thomas. Incomplete. 34 seconds. We still got some good time on the clock. Pressure. None of it. Thomas, oh, he turns around a little too late. Couldn't locate the football. 3rd down and 10. They're bringing pressure. Pass going to be for the end zone to Jarvis Landry. Incomplete. Now this is the football game. 23 seconds in the 4th, and we have got to pick this up. And again, you know where I'm going. You know where I'm going. I like Michael Thomas on this route here, but it's got to be there. Looks like it is. Thomas, completion. Getting all the way to the 6-yard line. We will call a timeout here, guys, with 16 seconds on the clock. If you're going to throw this thing, it's got to be in the end zone or it's got to be incomplete. We don't want to use this timeout. We throw it underneath. It's incomplete anyway. So Kamara's going to move in motion here on 2nd down and goal. And Winston going to fire it out to Kamara. Touchdown, Saints! Touchdown, Saints! We're down by 2. All you need is a 2-point conversion, and we will tie this baby up What a drive by the Saints offense to get themselves into this position, but now it's time to convert. And you know who I'm looking at. I like Michael Thomas in this situation. Look at that safety. Looks like he's lined up on him, but he could be right there. But I'm worried about that middle linebacker shading to the left. Could be an interception. I don't want that. And looks like he didn't even shade over, but it's too late. We throw to Taysom Hill, thinking that we're going back of the end zone, back pylon, and it is picked off for a 2-point the other way. The Chiefs will be winning the Super Bowl 27-23, pending on if we can get that onside kick. And, you know, looking at this on further review, we've got some lanes right there at the S and the A. Look at right here where Taysom Hill was. We should have thrown to Taysom Hill right there. Or if we trusted what we saw in the pre-play, just quickly just get that thing out there to Michael Thomas because he's open like right off the snap. Just second-guessed it, man. Just second-guessed it, and the Chiefs will recover. We got a big hit, though. Debo lands one. Maybe we would have gotten a fumble. That would have helped, but down by 4, we would have had to get a touchdown with only one timeout left, and yeah, so basically you get 2 plays, and that's it. The Chiefs will win the Super Bowl. Super Bowl 57 champs. Mahomes further cementing his legacy as one of the better quarterbacks in the league. So hats off to him, and hats off to the Chiefs. They deserved it. One of the better teams in the league this season. We were too. I think we deserved to be there, but man, we just came up a little bit short. I think you just go back to not only just the safety. I mean, the safety is what caused us to have to go for 2 in that late game situation. So that kind of sucks. Plus the drop or the fumble by Bradley Roby, the interception that Mahomes threw, we should have made him pay for that. But instead, Roby picks it off, he fumbles the football, and then the rest is history. So yeah, that sucks. That sucks. So some missed opportunities for the Saints, but the fact that we just got here to the Super Bowl in Season 1, I would say that that's an accomplishment. I don't think we're getting here in year 2. I definitely don't think we're getting there in year 2 or year 3. Could get back in year 4. Just, you guys will see it. You guys will see it, how much roster turnover there's been on this football team. So let's start off with talking about our coordinators and just looking at our defensive guy like Benjamin Turner. I think he's okay. It's our offense, I think, that needs a new guy. Like, I think this is a realistic approach, just given the fact that Jameis threw for that many interceptions. We gotta find a guy that's gonna get him right. And we're going to go with this guy, Kevin McGovern. Now, your offensive coordinator's playbook preference, it doesn't matter as far as things that I've read. It just matters on what your head coach is, which is fine. And we'll talk about schemes and we'll talk about playbooks here in just a moment, kind of what fits our team a little bit more. But there are your awards there on the right-hand side. Tom Brady wins the MVP. Nathaniel Hackett somehow wins Coach of the Year. So yeah, by the way, Marshawn Lattimore finished as the DB #1, so he won Best Defensive Back this season. A little mock draft here for you guys that are prepping for the draft here tonight at 9 o'clock Eastern. We got Rain Rowe going to Houston at pick 17. Jason Stanaway to the Panthers, so kind of a Luke Kuechly replacement. It's been a long time, but I don't know if I can say replacement, but you guys get the idea here. Jeff Young from Georgia Tech, quarterback going to Detroit. That's an interesting mock right there. I kind of like that. If he goes to Detroit, watch out. A couple of retirees that we're going to take a look at here. Guys that I'm really eyeing here is Ndamukong Suh. Apparently went back to Detroit. Julio Jones is gone. Chase Daniel, forever a backup, making millions of dollars as a backup. It's just a great job for you, right? Tom Brady retires to be home with his wife and family. Right? Is that what he's going to end up doing? Rex Burkhead, Danny Amendola, Jason Peters. Just a couple big names here. Dustin Colquitt, Sanu, Carlos Hyde, Nate Solder. Yeah, so Prince of Mukamara. Some big names from back in those 2010s, man. It's a long time. But take a look at our cap space, guys. I've mentioned this in a couple videos before during the regular season. We only have $22 million in cap space, which, you know, you're looking at that and you're like, man, that's actually a lot to work with. You're kind of right, but you can only do so much with it. So there's guys that I want to bring back, like Jarvis Landry, but I don't think that makes sense. Like, we have a pretty good wide receiver room as it is. He's going to be asking for a lot of money, so I'm not going to go that route. Dwayne Washington, good RB3. Would love to bring him back. Jawan Johnson, a nice little tight end. I'd love to bring him back, but he's not interested. Marcus Davenport, not interested. Eric McCoy, our center, not interested. David Onyemata, not interested. So there's only so much that I could do to bring these guys back. Otherwise, you'd have to overpay. And we don't have a lot of cap space in order to do that anyway. So we're missing, if you look at this roster really quick, we're missing quite a bit of depth on this football team. So in some areas, you feel like maybe you could keep your starters, then you could sign like bare minimum people in the free agent list and just not be very active free agency wise. But I'm looking at it like I just want to stay competitive still. I want to keep competing for the NFC South. I want to keep this team afloat. And so far, I mean, offensive line, we're losing a center. We don't have one there. Ryan Ramczyk still increasing his overall. Cam Jordan at a 91. Carl Granderson now at a 72. This has probably got a lot to do with morale boosts, which will probably decrease after, when we get into the offseason. But you can see like the linebacker spots. We don't have a lot of depth there right now. Zach Baughn's actually going to move out to left outside linebacker. I think that just gets him some more playing time. I know when you auto depth chart it, he's probably going to be shifted over there anyway. But just for organization and it's easier to look at, I think that makes sense to move him out there to the left. Demario Davis, the only middle linebacker on our group. Cornerback, we could use some depth there. Free safety, it's only Marcus May. Strong safety, Tyrann Mathieu only. No punter. Edge is a little bit of a concern as well. So there's just a lot of turnover here, guys. And, I'm getting a little worried about how much that we're going to be able to compete in next season. So if you look at the cap room in the top right-hand corner, we've got about $6.6 million left to spend, which is nothing. It's really nothing. Like, you got to be focused. You can't even be focused on the top guys. Like, you're not even going to compete with those guys. So what we need to do is we need to find some cheap players that are going to fit kind of what we do here. And I'm looking at center Austin Reeder. Look at what he does, guys. He's got some pretty good speed, run blocking, pass blocking. I like it. And he's just going to be a guy that's kind of a bridge player. Presley Harvin III, 5'11". He's a big dude. 265. Like he's gonna get that leg. He's gonna get that. He's gonna get that body into that leg, which is kind of funny. But man, we lose Eric McCoy. We lose Marcus Davenport. We lose Gardner Johnson. I mean, it sucks. It sucks to have these guys have to leave us. We just didn't have any money. We just don't have money to pay them, and they didn't have any interest in coming back anyway. But there's a couple guys up on the board that have gone elsewhere to other teams. Look at Harvin, man. He's such a big boy. You better get into it. You should play offensive line for us. There's Austin Reeder as a 70. Now, I'm going to be sorting here by penalty because I'm looking at some guys that we might be able to trade away or cut. Now, when I look at Carl Granderson, he could help us if we end up trading him away. Like, here's the thing. I understand completely that we need some edge guys. We need some outside speed rush. We need that stuff. But Granderson, with his age and everything and how much money that he's making, how much money we could save in our cap space, we're going to trade him away. We're going to get a third-round pick. And then we're also going to move on from Cameron Jordan. He's got a $15 million cap hit. We're going to send him to the Patriots for a second, third, and fourth-round pick of this season's draft. And that gets us back up to a competitive look at cap space. We got $17 million here to spend, and we can kind of spread that across the way for another edge rusher, a cheaper one, a safety, maybe another linebacker, something. But I look at Bryce Huff. He's a 3-year pro out of Memphis, and he's not asking for that much money. He's better than Carl Granderson is. He's interested in us, and he's making less money. So we're going to offer him a contract. We're also going to go after Chris Barnes, 25-year-old from UCLA. So he's still relatively young as a linebacker. He's interested in us. Landon Collins gives us some depth at strong safety right behind Tyrann Mathieu. And plus, I just love Landon Collins. I like his play style. So we got 3 offers left here out on the board here, all focused on defense. Barnes, Collins, and Huff. And then we get this notification here from our assistant GM Talking about Cesar Ruiz, center from Michigan, or right guard from Michigan. We're picking up his 5th-year option. So I like that. That gives us some stability there. And we end up getting Collins, Barnes, and Huff. So basically what we just did is we turned in Huff, Collins, and Barnes for Cameron Jordan and Carl Granderson, plus picks. I think we got out on top right there. Plus we still have $4 million left to spend in free agency if we need to, but I kind of want to save that money for our draft class. You know, we got a ton of picks now. So I like what we did. You know, you think about what you did. You got younger on defense. You got Barnes, you got Huff, and you got Landon Collins, all on the cheap. You got those 3 players, those 3 solid defensive players, basically for Cameron Jordan and Carl Granderson, plus the draft picks that we just got. I think that's huge. The one thing that really sucks here is we just saw Deontay Hardy is also gone. That's going to hurt me because I really started to kind of fall in love with him in the offense and really what he can do in the slot. But here's our final look at our roster before we go into tonight's live draft. We have 2 quarterbacks on the roster, 3 running backs, no fullback. Wide receivers, we're set. Like, I think I'm okay with Thomas, Olave, Traquan, and Marquez Callaway. I think we don't even need to address wide receiver unless there's just some dude that we completely cannot pass up. Tight end, I think we're fine. Left tackle, I think we're okay. You know, as far as starters go on the offensive line, I think we're good. If we're looking for some depth late, I think that could pass. You know, I think we also need another speed rush guy. We got Peyton Turner, Bryce Huff, and Taco Charlton. That's decent. That'll get it done. I think we also need to focus on defensive tackle because right now we only have Shy Tuttle. That's it. Another linebacker, another corner, maybe a safety. I know we just signed Landon Collins, but we could possibly get another safety just as like some insurance for some youth there. But there's our draft picks. We've got 2 second-rounders, 3 third-rounders, 2 fourths, a 5th, and a 7th. So we got some draft capital. Definitely have some draft capital to make some moves here and draft a bunch of players to get that depth that we're looking for. So guys, I will see you back here at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time for the live stream of our draft. Leave a like if you like this thing. As always, thanks so much for watching, and peace.